Welcome back to the channel. For today I got a new little review we're going to work on right here. So this is from Harbor Freight right here. This is the Central Machinery Ultrasonic Cleaner. Now I've never personally had one of these things before, so I kind of want to give you some experience about whether or not this is the one for you to buy. So they had two different models. One model was I think 80 bucks. This one was right around $189 plus tax. So I went with the bigger unit. It says it's 6 liters, so that's, you know, you can imagine 3 2-liter sodas. So, you know, it gives you a little over a gallon of fluid you can put in there and bigger capacity. And being as this unit is stainless steel right here, I feel in a shop setting or any setting this is going to last a lot longer for you. So the other one I think was only 2.5 liters, and it was made out of plastic on the case. After reading some of the reviews, I opted to buy the bigger unit. So let's talk about cleaning solution. So what I did, well, let's first start out with this. So what you get here, you get this little basket right here, so you can pull that out. It's kind of handy. One thing I wish there was another little tray with a basket that had littler holes in between it, so that way small pieces like screws and things, you know, wouldn't fall through down into the bottom. That's my only complaint with it so far. You got a little drain port right here. You can open this right up and drain the fluid right out. And then you got some settings right here, which we're going to get into shortly. As far as showing you how to use them, you got a heating switch. You can adjust the temp. So I got to turn that on, and then you got like a cleaner to actually turn it on and off, and then how long you want the cycle to run. So what I used for cleaner, and this is after looking at some stuff online, I chose Simple Green. You know, it's a real basic thing right there. And there is also this stuff right here, the Ultrasonic general purpose cleaning powder. This is also sold at Harbor Freight. It was like 8 or 10 bucks, something like this. It says in here, fill tank with warm water to the fill mark, add 1/4 teaspoon of cleaning powder. So that's really our cleaning powder. There's not much you have to use with this. So yesterday was my first day cleaning with this, and I wish I had the product in front of you, but this is another Toyota 22R carburetor, and we're going to be showcasing this machine to clean and overhaul this guy right here. So as you can see, this thing's grimy. It's got spider webs. It's got fuel all over it. You know, this one's a nasty one. Like, hello, that spider's probably 20 years old. So this is going to give you guys a clear example of what to do. So what I experienced with yesterday's cleaning, and that carburetor came out brand new, by the way. Maybe I'll show you on the phone, throw it into my video because I took a few photos. Each cleaning cycle is 15 minutes, so there's not enough room in that machine after you break this carburetor down to fit all the parts in at once. It just doesn't happen. So what I was doing was each batch of parts, I would do 2 cycles at 15 minutes. And that seemed to clean everything pretty good. There was only a few areas where I had to take the wire brush to and just nick off a little bit, but other than that, I was really impressed with it. The machine does make a really nasty high-pitched noise as it's running. It is rather annoying, but you know what? Instead of going through tons of cans of carbon brake cleaner to clean one of these, this thing's already saving me money as of yesterday, so it was way worth the investment in my opinion. I don't have any feedback yet on how many times you can run the cleaning solution through before you got to drain it. So we're going to figure that out. So we're going to try to actually clean this carburetor out with the same Simple Green solution that I used on yesterday's carburetor. So we're going to do a little scientific research and investigation to determine what we got to do. Now, how I mix the Simple Green, I use 20 ounces of the concentrate per 1 gallon of water, and that perfectly fit right in this machine without overflowing it past the high mark line. So you have to turn the temperature on this machine. It's adjustable. You can raise it up or down, and then you got to let it sit. It takes a little while to heat up, so I gave it like 30 minutes to warm up, and it gets hot. And then I put everything in there, ran my cycles, and pulled everything apart. So without further ado, we're going to get into turning the machine on, I'm not going to show you tearing a carburetor apart. I'm just going to get it into pieces, and then we're going to run the pieces as they're dirty. We're going to give you like a before and after kind of thing. Alright, so I got this whole carburetor completely torn apart, and as you can see, I haven't done any cleaning on any of it. The machine is warmed up, and you know, we got our old fluid in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start putting stuff in there. You can see it doesn't fit all the way, you know, so we're going to have to flip this a few times. Let's throw a couple other parts in there while we're at it. Let's see what else can get in there. Let's put that in there too. Well, they're just pieces. I think we'll call it good on that, so I don't want to put too much in there. So we're going to go to so now the machine is now on. So it's 15 minutes. So we're going to let this thing run for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to pull it out. I'll show you guys what the first cleaning cycle does. When I'm doing this, I've been doing about 3 cycles, you know, per every group of part, you know. So this is like rotating the parts, you know, making sure things are getting cleaned. And so like I showed you there, that whole base plate would not fit in the cleaning machine all the way flat by itself. It's just not big enough to do that. So let's see if this machine can clean, you know, this carburetor. It's been sitting on this truck right here, and that Toyota's been sitting for over 10 years, what the customer said. So let's see what this thing can do. All right, 15 minutes is up. Let's see how any of these parts are. So first cycle, it's not excellent, but this is also really old, so let's look at this factory. So I mean, it's starting to clean it. Yeah, so it's just, yeah, not bad. So we're gonna run another cycle on here, and like I said, we were testing old simple green solution that we already ran another Toyota carburetor through, and we want to see, you know, again, can it be reused? You know, can you get another cycle out of it before dumping it? So I'm going to run this 2 more times, and then we're going to make that determination. All right, cycle 2. Yeah, so I mean, it's clean and stuff, but you know what? Let's see what the bottom looks like. Let me set this down. It's just hot. So I mean, it's starting to get stuff out of there, but you know, you see it's easily wiping off. But I mean, it is looking better as we are doing this stuff. But to be honest with you, I'm thinking the cleaner, it's not that good, you know, reusing it. Got a big old freaking wasp in there. What in the world? I'm not into that. Yeah, I mean, this piece is starting to come out good. So kind of thinking I should just dump this stuff and go brand new solution. So the idea of, can you reuse the solution more than once? Maybe. For this application, it's not cutting it. All right, cycle 3. Let's see if we got anywhere here. Let's just pull this whole basket out. So yeah, it's it kind of looked like it reached its threshold on what it's gonna do with this solution right now. It's just not doing that good of a job, honestly, compared to the last carburetor with the fresh fluid in there. I mean, the stuff's getting cleaner, but it's not what we want. So what I'm going to do with this is we're going to flush this whole solution out, and then we're going to put a brand new solution and try this again. So the nice thing I really like is this drain. It's really fast. It's working really good and quick. So that is a plus to this unit right here. So this time I put a little bit more solution in there. So I went higher on the level than what it should be. That way I can get the most of the carburetor base plate, you know, submerged as far as I could. So I got brand new fluid in there. So we got the simple green solution, and then I added about a 1/4 teaspoon of this ultrasonic cleaner from Harbor Freight. I don't know if we need the two of them together, but you know, we're gonna try it out. You know, let's get this stuff clean. So yeah, it's in there bubbling up and doing stuff. So I'll pull it out after attempt number 4, and we'll see if this is doing a better job than running the old solution, which I'm guaranteeing that it's going to be a lot cleaner. All right, let's try this again. So this is take 4 with the new cleaning solution. So I'm just going to pull this thing right on out. Let's see how this stuff looks. Yeah, significantly better. I mean, there's still some areas down in here that aren't perfect. Yeah, it's still kind of hot, but you know what? It is looking like it's doing progress. So I'm just going to keep rinsing and repeating, and then after I'm done with this whole thing, I'll let you guys decide if this machine is any good for you. Right, now after all the final cleanings, I want you guys to decide if this Harbor Freight Central Machinery Ultrasonic Cleaner does a good job or not. So I don't know if you can remember what we started with. Look at the beginning of the video, look at the carburetor, look at the condition it was in. I want to show you right now where we ended up. So I mean, there it is. I mean, that is, especially the linkage area, I mean, look at how clean that is. It's in pretty good shape. It's not 100% like brand new, but again, here's another piece that, you know, I couldn't wash, but you can see the difference on the patina between the two pieces. Here's the middle plate area. Again, looking pretty sharp as far as I'm concerned. There's the insides of it. It's looking really good. And then we have the top cap right here. So there's the top caps. A lot of times where my thumb is, this will be like really dark and nasty, and you know, you won't be able to tell. Can't see any clean usually on a carburetor that comes off a truck. So this is in really good shape as far as what's in there. And I mean, for something from 1983 to 2025 and now doing a cleaning on this thing, I mean, this thing looks really good. And even in here in the basket, here's some more parts that I had, part of the linkage. You know, some of these diaphragm assemblies. I mean, like, look at this part right here. I mean, the thing looks almost like new zinc coating again, even though it's, you know, not coated. The choke housing. So I mean, pretty clean. And stuff like this, the little bit of markings you can see, that's just in the steel. You can't, or the aluminum casting, you can't do anything about that. But accelerator pump housing right there, I mean, looking really clean. So, you know, when you look at all these castings, you know, you can really see this machine did a good job. So what I learned here, and what I'm trying to let you guys also make the determination of, for one, did the machine work? I think the machine works very well. The other thing is, can you reuse fluid that you've used to clean additional parts? Well, as far as using, you know, the simple green goes, I recommend, you know, do one job at a time, dump the fluid out. Something to note, I showed you guys dumping, you know, out of the valve into a drain bucket. Do yourself a favor and let the machine cool off first, because what happened was that fluid was so hot it actually melted the bottom of the bucket and started running around on the floor. So don't do the mistake I did. But you know, all in all,
Some of these parts I washed them, you know, 3 and 4 times, so the cycle's 15 minutes. But if you really think about what it's doing, it's getting deep cleaning inside of little areas that you can't get to with the wire brush. And when I first started doing these carburetors 17 years ago, you know, I'd be 4 hours scrubbing them with a brush and using some soap and carb cleaner, and just it took forever. And then now I'm not going through a couple cans of carb or brake cleaner to clean these things. I think using Simple Green is a lot more affordable, and I'm not getting that crap all over my hands, you know. And I think the Simple Green's a lot less harmful to your skin, you know, over a long period of time. But who knows, maybe I don't know anything. So would I recommend this machine right here? Yes, I do. I highly recommend this machine from Harbor Freight. What I can say is yesterday I was running this machine for like 2 hours yesterday straight, and it was in the upper 80s yesterday. It did finally hit a hot temperature cycle where the machine, you know, it did shut off. It's got a thermal overload temp switch, and it'll just shut it off. So I looked in the instructions. It said, you know, shut it down for 20 minutes and then turn it back on, and yeah, it fired right back up. Everything was working, so there was nothing wrong with it there. So stay tuned for the next video. I have no idea what I'm gonna make for you guys, but if you got any questions, you know, ask me some questions, comment, subscribe. I really am trying to break 500 subscribers. It's real important to me. Right now we're up at 425, so I appreciate every single one of you for watching my videos and clicking the subscribe button or even the like button, and even people that are doing comments. It really means a lot to me that there's people out there watching the content that I'm putting out. So I'll see you next time. You guys have a nice day.